Today I'm going to talk about the Black Death Cult. Now, the Black Death Cult hides behind VOYXU. VOYXU means symbols. So any line, any dot, any color that's used to represent something is VOYXU. Because VOYXU means symbols. So here's lines, here's your dots, here's your colors, here's a line that represents a pyramid. This is all VOYXU. That represents what? Land, which we call Colorado. And further, we call it a state of Colorado. And we use this VOYXU to represent it. This is VOYXU. Now, the VOYXU is harmless. We invented the VOYXU. Human beings invented this out of our mind to represent our mind. This is a physical representation of our mind using lines, dots, and colors. That's VOYXU. Now, where it goes wrong is where you have these violent individuals using VOYXU to perpetrate their violence on humanity. This girl was sitting on a train with a ticket, an e-ticket that this guy couldn't read, so he took it upon himself to violence her, using his VOYXU as an excuse. I'm a cop. I'm a cop. See, the VOYXU makes them cops, and the use of their violence makes them Black Death Cult members. But they're really all human. That's the sick part about the Black Death Cult, is you can't tell them from another human because they're human. So you have to look at their VOYXU to tell if they're Black Death Cult. Now, this Black Death Cult member right here uses all kinds of VOYXU. Here's a state seal, here's a state flag, here's an American flag. He's got the star VOYXU, he's got gold VOYXU, he's got VOYXU all over the place. Black Death Cult member confirmed. Right here. Guaranteed. He's got a kill. Once again, it's not the VOYXU. It's not the VOYXU. It's the violence that makes him a Black Death Cult member. He is Black Death Cult member confirmed because he choked Eric Garner to death. Now, if you did this, you would be in jail for the rest of your life because you don't have the backing of the VOYXU. See this VOYXU? This is backed by these individuals right here. These disingenuous, violent individuals right here. They're disingenuous because they claim to be nonviolent. Oh, I just sit behind a podium and tell you what to do. But guess what? If you say anything this guy doesn't agree with, his thug will shut you up. If you say, no, Your Honor, I don't agree with that, he will shut you up. I find you in contempt. I don't care. Bailiff, kill him. Bailiff, subdue him. Bailiff, shut him up. And if you, Lord forbid, if you actually went to get revenge on this guy, then you'd really face some violent thugs. For instance, a deputy who has resigned because he was outside of a school when a guy shot it up. If you got pissed at this deputy and said, well, your inaction killed my kid, well, guess what? His buddies, his violent death cult buddies, show up with their VOYXU and their weapons of violence and their violent attitude, and they will violence you. They will violence you. if you come anywhere near this guy. If you come anywhere near this guy who claims to be peaceful, claims to be civil, claims to be knowledgeable, claims to be on your side to help you met out justice. When you don't agree with him, his violent thug will step in and kill you. This is his violent thug that will step in, Black Death Cult confirmed, Black Death Cult confirmed, and he will kill you. So the Black Death Cult wears all kinds of VOYXU, but they back it up with violence. That's how you can tell a Black Death Cult member. This is their VOYXU. They're in the Black Death Cult. They've got all the VOYXU of the Black Death Cult, and they've got violent weapons that they will kill you with. This guy killed an unarmed civilian who was in a hotel hallway on his knees when this violent Black Death Cult member pulled the trigger. And guess what happened to him? Nothing. Zero, because these guys backed him up. And you can't tell these guys anything because their Black Death Cult thug right here will kill you. So they are Black Death Cult members themselves, and they're even wearing the black robes over their clothes to show you we are 100% in the Black Death Cult, even though we pretend to be non-violent, we pretend to be civilized, we pretend to be honorable, we pretend to be knowledgeable, we pretend to be human. They are Black Death Cult confirmed. So all I've got to tell you is beware of the Black Death Cult. They will kill you. They will violence you. They will threaten you with violence, and they will take your freedom, and they will take your life.